Welcome to another Albion Online Hardcore Expedition tutorial video. And today we're talking about Stone Wars 15. I'm going to show you guys how I ran this dungeon and what are the tips and tricks I'm using to finish this dungeon without dying. So hope you enjoy this. So for this first part guys, I used to wait for that patrolling mob. So the second patrolling small mob will be also in the area where I can lure it easily. Yeah, they're here together. And then you can just throw poison to that one. Then stand them together and then establish your aggro and then root them and then move back. So guys, I used two videos here. I cut them to make a one-run compilation because those two different parties have different mistakes by the DPS and also me sometimes. So I compiled them too, so you guys can feature what a perfect run should be here in Stone Wars. So for this part, you just lure the berserker, the spinning guy, the beyblade guy, to one of the range, and then after killing the small mob, you can just drag the berserker to the other range mob to kill the small mob. So yeah, so that's one of the mistakes that happened. I mean, I'm running this dungeon also lag. As you can see, my ping is on 300. And for this next pull guys, you just walk in this spot and then wait for that small patrolling mob to be near to those two berserker mob so you can drag them all three together. Nice one. And then drag also this other one to this one small range mob and then stand them together and then establish your aggro. So make sure to root those three berserkers immediately because there's no way that you can tank those three. And then drag them to this stone so they can pile up. And if the damage are all equal, they will spin at the same time and it will be easy for you. And for this part guys, you just throw poison into this berserker so the other two range mob and that patrolling melee mob will be together so you can stand them together. Alright, and just establish your aggro, and after establishing it you can root them all together and then move back. So make sure after you throw your poison potion and you see that the two range mob is already in this bridge, make sure to use your royal shoes to move forward so you can lure the berserker towards those two range small mobs. And for this part, just move back, move towards the mobs, and then just stand them together. I mean, you can directly use your E skill on that part. I don't know why I use my royal shoes. Maybe I was predicting that this Extraover will move. That's why I use the royal shoes. And also, guys, as you can see, my armor skill is on taunt because it's bagging, and I can't change it to the skill where I will have 60% damage reduction. And for this axe thrower, yeah, I don't know how to lure this axe thrower towards a larger pool, because this axe thrower really damage a lot, and I don't want to risk my life uh, luring this one to the other axe thrower. I mean, after killing this axe thrower, it will be easy. You can just lure the other axe thrower to the to those two big mobs, or you can just, or if the timing is off, you can just wait for that patrolling axe thrower to go to the two small mobs, and you can kill them three together. And so I don't have my armor skill in here, so it's very dangerous to lure three big mobs. So I'm just going to wait for the patrolling axe thrower to be in this area, so I can kill them with the two small mobs. Activate your breach watch cape to lessen the damage, because you don't have any armor skill, and dodge as much as possible. And then for this next lure, guys, approaching these two big mobs, you can just use your boots to dodge the normal damage that they will give, and then lure those two small mobs together. Alright, that's what I did. And then you can root them together, so the axe thrower will only damage you. And never ever put that skill to the DPS area, because it's a sure one hit skill for the DPS. Okay, so once the route is over, the berserker will be unrooted, and you can just easily use your stun or your root again if it's going to spin. And for this next part, guys, this is a very big pool, but composed of all most of small mobs. I'll just throw poison to this range mob and then lure those three small, and then after luring those three small, that's the time that I will use my boots. Okay, and then just use your soldier helmet to lure them together, and then before the stun up, make sure to use your root skill, so only the range mobs will damage you. And then also, guys, there's one improvement in this pool. Instead of going to the bridge on your for your boots, you can just go after after approaching those three small melee mobs in this area, right? You can just go roll over to this area, so you can also lure this big mob, this rock giant, so you can kill them all together at the same time. So yeah, that's the progress I made in this pool. Yeah, before I used to lure that kind of way, and then we're just going to waste time going to solo kill this rock giant, and so it's a nonsense big pool if you cannot kill this guy also at the same time with the pool that I made before a while ago, right? And for this next part, the bridge area, This one is a tricky part because there's a patrolling small mob in here that will give you that will might take that might the DPS might take it. So I'm just going to route them together. Oh my god. Just going to route them together so they will not move in there, and then I'm going to move back so they won't range me, and then while waiting for this range Extraover. Now is the time. See, the route is done, so you can just take the aggro for this too. So on the next part, this part is where I saw a lot of tanks dies a lot in for 13 plus because this is 2 axe thrower. So I'm going to show you guys how to deal with this one. So you just go throw poison on this small mob, and then he will automatically normal attack you. But don't dodge that normal attack. Dodge the normal attack of these these two axe thrower using your E skill. Okay. And then always use your shoes and your helmet to dodge the normal attacks of this mob. And by that time, I'm sure that you will have your stun skill already. If you have an armor skill that gives damage reduction, this lure will be easier. So for this part, guys, I try to do the lure where I will just stand in here and then take aggro so I can take all those small mobs and also the other axe thrower without luring the mini boss, but I failed, and still I can't do it because it's a little bit, I don't know, tricky, or maybe I'm doing it wrong. So but I'm still on the progress of practicing it, and I'm going to make another video for Stone Wars if ever I made everything perfect already. Okay, so I can show you guys how it's done. And after luring it, you can just skip. So guys, also a lesson learned here. Be patient in this part. Make sure that if you're going to lure those two range small mobs, make sure that that patrolling small range mob is also on that area, because it will create chaos on that part. I mean, the damage is not that high compared to big mobs, but it will be messy. Okay guys? Later you will see how messy it is. Now the patrolling small mob is in there. See, it's not a little bit messy in this part, but in my other recorded runs, I saw that I never wait for that small mob and it become messy. The DPS or the healer keeps on getting damage because I can't take the aggro from them. So for this part, why did that not go to the mage area where I can have the triples? So guys, this mob also will give you an exact count. Okay? If you kill the mini boss. But if you don't kill the mini boss, you should go kill the mob on the mage mob with 2 melee and 1 range mob, or you can just kill the mage here with 3 small melee mob. This range. And then you can kill the 3 other mobs on that chest part. So this is how I lure this chest area, guys. I'll wait for that Extraover to be in the middle of that two range small mob, and then when he throw her normal attack, I'm going to use my E skill to dodge it, and so it will withstand them all three together. And then after doing this part, you can just get directly skip to the boss. So guys, as you can see, I'm clicking my armors, right? My weapons, and I can't get the menu where I can change the skills. So that's the bug I'm talking about. So guys, this will be another video for the boss because I can't change my skill to taunt. And this boss, we made this boss without dying, but it's messy. And every party member except the tank should have an tenacity shoes if the tank doesn't have any taunt for this boss. Okay, and also I'm using a black monk stave on this boss, so to reduce the damage and also to slow down the normal attack. So yeah guys, so this is the new clip I used. So how to lure this part for the boss? I'll just wait for that page to go to the side where there will be two other small mobs near to it, so I can lure the other two small mobs to the area where they are compiling. And then after stacking all them together, you use your E skill to stun them, and then establish your aggro, and then root, and then move back. Failure. So yeah, I changed to black monk and taunt. For this boss, I mean, for me this is the best weapon for this boss. Also for fishy business and lumber lunacy and preaching of the dead, because you can just alternately use your W and E skill to reduce the damage and to slow down the attack speed of this boss, and while spamming your Q skill to maintain your aggro. So guys, again, if you guys are asking if these kind of things are applicable also in low level or mid level hardcore expedition, yes, it's all applicable to every level of hardcore expedition, Stone Wars specifically. And that's it guys. You just always need to use your taunt whenever the boss jumps, so that you will take the boss and it will not kill your healer or your DPS. Okay, so yeah, also a tip guys, if this boss is going to spin, if you have your E skill, you can just put it in and the boss will not move while spinning. So instead of having a frost beam and the DPS of the frost will be reduced, you can just use your E skill to prevent this boss from moving around while spinning. So yeah guys, that's how I do my Stone Wars 15. Hope you enjoyed this and you learned a thing or two. I hope to see you on my next video. So, see ya and take care always. Wear your mask guys, wear your mask. See ya.